Holy smoke. I almost hit a bear. Upon arriving at the Canadian border, I was asked a series of questions by the agent at the booth, and things took a different turn. Yo, I'm actually sitting here at Canadian immigration. They're verifying my documents. They want to make sure I have no criminal history before they let me into their country. Remind you, this is my 5th time this year alone, 2025, being here in Canada. I don't know. So every instance, it's different. Every time, it's different. Sometimes they may just let you in. Sometimes they just may not. So you can't really hold grudge on it, but you can only question certain things. So I'm just here. I'm tired. I've been driving. So I've driven like set 5 hours and 30 minutes so far. So here I am at the immigration, just sitting pretty much waiting until someone calls me, then we'll go from there. Holy smoke. I was held out here, Canadian immigration, for well over an hour. After 1 hour of verifying my documents, searching my vehicle, once I was cleared, I got back on the road. As soon as I arrived at the hotel where I booked to stay, at least I thought I did, then I contacted the front desk while I was sitting at the parking lot, tired, hungry, and asleep. The concierge told me they were fully booked and that the next room will become available at 1 p.m. Remind you, it was 6 a.m. at the time of this conversation, and the price was 3 times more expensive than the last time I was here. I was not going to book the room for that price. So now, I am stranded, frustrated, and I don't know what to do next. Hey, what's going on YouTube? I hope you guys are having an amazing night so far. I'm back again with a new video. You guys already know what time it is. I'm at the gas station now, pumping gas because, you know, when I left my house, my tank was running extremely low. So I had to stop at the gas station, make sure I refuel. So the 7.5-hour drive that I have to drive from Pennsylvania to Canada, Toronto to be specific, it's not a joke, but I've done quite a few of those, at least 4 times so far since this year started. And you guys, you know, like it's starting to get cold, you know what I'm saying? It's cold here in America, but it's a lot colder in Canada. So, but it's not extremely cold, but you know, I'm still protected. I brought my coats, I brought everything that I will need to stay warm, but wish me luck. I hope you tag along to the end of this video. Make sure to hit the like button. So let's get into this video.
Continue straight to stay on Queen Elizabeth Way.
Oh, finally I made it to Toronto, all right? Last time when I came to this particular hotel, which I'm parked at the parking lot, sometimes last year, it was way more affordable. But for some reasons, I don't know, the price has skyrocketed, all right? I'm talking about almost twice as much as what I paid the last time I stayed here. And I'm talking about like, this is like one of the basic hotels in this area, to be specific. I remember my last time here, I stayed at a hotel that was almost 5 stars, and the room quality was much better. It was cleaner, and then it costs less. So now I'm like, what am I doing? The reason I came out here in the first place was because I was trying to save some money. But then I got here like, first of all, they were fully booked. And second of all, I call the front desk. I'm talking to somebody. It's telling me the next person is not, checking out until 1 p.m. And then even then, it was still going to be more expensive. And I guess what? I hop on the phone. I did some quick research. I looked for Airbnb and I got lucky. I found an apartment. Check this out. All right, you guys, remind you, I'm renting a whole unit, a whole apartment with a bathroom, everything. And here is just a room in a hotel. Guys, in case you've never used an Airbnb before when traveling, I mean, I don't see why if you travel you will not use Airbnb, but you also got to be more careful and, with the cancellation policy. I'm not an experienced Airbnb stayer or whatever. However, this is actually my second experience using Airbnb, believe it or not. My first experience was incredibly amazing. I enjoyed it. And this is my second time as well. So I was very, very careful reading the policy so I understand what I'm, walking myself into, because God forbid something happens and you need to cancel, you have to make sure that those policies are put in place to just make your, to meet your accommodations or whatnot. But at the same time, let me discuss the pricing over here. So I booked this for 5 days, right? And it cost me $450, but I'm going to give you a tour as soon as I get access to the units and everything. As I'm recording this video, I'm still stuck at the parking lot. I mean, I have, some families, members in town, but I'm not going to go bother them and spend, chill or whatever. But I'm just going to wait till I hear from the host, because I already sent them an email, a text message, see if they can accommodate me or checking in a couple of hours early so I can load all my stuff into the apartment. Then I'll give you guys a tour. So technically, what I spend on this apartment, this Airbnb, the price here, it was going to be almost double if I had stayed at this hotel with limited space. All right. And they're offering less. So just be a little more careful how you use your money. So if you spending money, you have to make sure you get your money's worth. All right, that's all I have for you. So guys, stick around for the tour of the Airbnb and continue watching the vlog. If you're getting some value and enjoying this vlog so far, make sure to give the video a thumbs up and don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more videos like this. Stay tuned. All right, you guys already know, after 7+ hours drive, so I ran out of gas. When I got here, my gas lights had already came on. I stopped by the gas station where I am currently. As you guys can see, I pumped some gas and here's the receipt. So I say this trip, I'm going to keep track of my expenses. So when I go back to America, I'm going to do the math. I'm not trying to go over the budget this time, because I noticed something about myself. When I go places and I'm spending money, I barely keep track of them. So we're going to keep track of everything and see what it comes to the US dollar. All right. So I fill up my tank. I got a V6 engine on my Honda Sonata. This right here, it came to $78. All right. 78 Canadian dollars. Let me be more specific. So I'm going to keep this. I'm not going to, throw it away. I'm going to save this receipt, and then when I go to the restaurant, I go to the bar, wherever I go, I'll make sure I keep those receipts. I will do the math at the end of my trip so I can see how much money I have spent. Because when you go to these places, like for instance, I'm driving, right? Because I'm the type of person, I like to be independent. I really don't like relying on public transportations or having somebody pick me up. I mean, I may occasionally use Uber, but that's only if I know I'm going out and I know I'm going to have a lot of drinks. So I'm not taking chances of driving my own car. But I prefer to just control what I'm doing so I don't end up in that kind of situation. So that's just me. Let me know in the comment section below whether you guys, like to just have your freedom, enjoy your freedom, or whatever the case may be. So guys, I'm going to talk to you about what's going on with the Airbnb. I already booked a place, I mean, like I told you, but before that, it's already 8 o'clock. Breakfast spots must be opening, so we just have to park up somewhere and look up a local restaurant and then go from there. So you guys keep watching. I'll see you at the restaurant. Alright, I managed to make it at the restaurant for breakfast. And I'm actually not feeling sleepy or tired or anything, but I know it's gonna hit me pretty hard when I get back to my Airbnb. So it's ridiculous. But I'm gonna need to get something to eat first because I barely ate. I only had one meal yesterday all day, and I had it around like 1 p.m. and I left at 10:30 p.m. I got this morning at 6 o'clock instead of 5 because I was being held at the immigration while they searched my car and did everything they needed to do, whatever the probable cause they had to search my car and do additional screening to God knows what they were looking for. All they told me, I'll make sure you're clear. There's no criminal records. I was just laughing my ass off. I'm like, all right, cool, do what you gotta do. But yeah, anywho, I'm just excited that I'm about to have breakfast because I'm super hungry. And by the way, I heard back from my Airbnb guys. He made some accommodations for me. Instead of waiting till 3 p.m., he cut the time down to 1. So I'll be going down there at 1 p.m. to meet with him so I can get the keys and settle in my Airbnb. So I'll keep you guys posted when I go down there. And please stay tuned when I give the tour so you guys can see it, all right? I'm very, very super excited and pumped up about it. I accidentally threw out the receipts because I'm not used to keeping receipts, but I remember how much money I spent on the breakfast. It cost me 35 Canadian dollars, right? Oh, of course, your boy always tip. So I blazed her with an 18% tip. So now I'm back in the car. It's still 9:20 a.m. So I have another 3.5 hours or so before it's time for me to pick up the keys. But in the meantime, I need to figure out what I'm gonna do because I looked around. I was looking up, local bars and stuff, at least so I can sit down somewhere and grab a beer until then. But unfortunately, the earliest one opens at 11. And it's like in another hour and a half. So I'm gonna have to figure something to do. But guys, when you're traveling, like, you have to have open mindedness, right? I didn't think that I was gonna run into this type of issue, although I have people in town that I can reach out to and probably go and crash, but I don't want to do that. Sometimes when you're traveling solo, stop depending more on people because I'm a victim of a group trip planning, which ended up being chaotic. So it's a story I will save for another video, but continue watching this video. Please do me a favor, give it a like, and let's keep watching. Thank God, finally I settled in. After all the running around, I finally settled in. Well, not quite yet, but most of my stuff are out of the car and into the Airbnb. So, but I got one more thing. I have to run to a beer store, grab me a pack because, guys, come on, can't make this stuff up. And I don't blame the owner either, because it's not his responsibility to fill up the refrigerator, because this joint is looking really empty. Check a look. Well, I'm a little bit dehydrated. After driving 7+ hours and barely sleeping in the past 24 hours, I am dehydrated as hell. So I'm going to need to go to the beer store, grab something to drink, because a refrigerator should never look anything like that. I had breakfast. I still got a little bit of something in my stomach. So I'm going to have a drink, relax. All right, you guys, I don't know what you would do. First thing, you touch down somewhere after going through all the craziness. So it's time for me to settle in. But I got one more errand to run, which is to pick up some beer, drink, and just lay in this bed, because I don't know how long I'm going to be asleep. But I'm about to turn off my cell phone so I won't be bothered or hear from nobody. So this is just what this is going to be. All right, come along with me. Let's drive to the beer store. We'll be back here, grab a drink, and then go to sleep. Holy smoke. Look at the Mother Nature. Mother Nature is doing its things. Let's get in the car before it get any worse.
Right onto Bancroft Drive.
Hello. Hey, how you doing?
Anything else?
No, that's it. Just the two.
No points.
Hell yeah. I'm feeling so much better now. Nice. Take a swig. This is how you enjoy your vacation. This is my first day in Toronto, so there's a lot more coming up. So y'all gotta stay tuned. There is a lot to discuss. There's a lot has happened today. But between the immigration, detainment, to having to wait hours to get the apartment keys and not having to brush my teeth for a long time and not even take a shower, everything starting to feel more where it's supposed to feel like now. So I'm already enjoying my time here so far, and I will keep you guys posted on my experience at this particular Airbnb, because I tend to give honest review when I go places. If somebody is treating me right and they're doing what they're supposed to do, I'm gonna give them a great review. But if somebody is kind of like, I'm not so sure about that, so we'll see. But I try to be fair, but so far everything is good. The guy was helpful over the phone. Got the keys, I got into the apartment, I loaded all my stuff in. You know, it's now time to relax.